semen retention can be a game changer if you accept that practice in your life. Porn should not have a place in a man's life. So that video is not for people who are still watching porn. That video are for people who have given up porn, and that video is for people who at least have the intention to give up porn, one or the other. If that is the case for you, keep watching. Semen retention is the ability to retain that semen inside of you. Does not mean it's an excuse to masturbate and watch porn, or to masturbate without watching porn and to have sex all the time. Masturbation and sex, not a bad thing. They should be done in moderation. There's a time and place for masturbation and sex. Porn has no place in a man's life, but sex and masturbation has a time and a place. Semen retention, generally speaking, is for men who want to have more sexual discipline. You are able to be on a semen retention streak for a week or so without strong craving to ejaculate. The author of The Way of the Superior Man explains in his book that a man should be in control of his ejaculation, not the other way around. Even a woman can sense if she can control your need to ejaculate. It is more attractive for men, and that is why you have all those videos on semen retention and attraction, because by letting go of this need to ejaculate, it is so much more attractive. You are a man's man because you are not doing what other men do consistently, constantly. You are letting go of this need to ejaculate, therefore letting go of the need for a woman to validate you sexually, approve of you sexually, and that is incredibly attractive. But I digress. Semen retention and sexual discipline that comes along with being on semen retention is incredibly important for men, because it can lead you to your higher path, to your higher self, to your fullest potential. Does not mean that, as I just said, that you never ejaculate. As I said, there's a time and place. You want to at least be able to be on a semen retention streak for a few weeks at a time without strong cravings to at least. If you can do that, and if you can go a few weeks, even a few months without thinking too much about ejaculating, if it's not something that is a compulsion anymore, then you are good to go. You are doing much better than all those people. The problem I have with people who advocate longer streak is more often than not generally repressing and suppressing. There's a reason why some priests in the Catholic Church touch kids, because a lot of time they have repressed that sexual energy, and that sexual energy, when it's repressed and suppressed, does not go away. You cannot get rid of that energy of that lust. You cannot force it to go away. What you have to do is cooperate, understand, and let it flow. Not indulge in it, but let it flow. Release that sensation you have in your mind. Let it go. When you cooperate with your mind, you can reach unstoppable levels of wisdom and understanding. You don't want to repress and suppress. It will come out in ways that are self-destructive, not only for you, but maybe some people around you. That is why monks and Buddhist monks and Hindu monks know how to deal with it, because they are not perfect. They're perfect, but they have the tools to deal with that sexual energy. And that tool, generally speaking, is meditation, breath work, relaxation, letting go. So once you have that tool, because semen retention and meditation go hand in hand, you can deal with, and you can deal with that, and you will not have this compulsion anymore. It does not mean that you will not desire a woman. It does not mean that you do not want to ejaculate. It means you are more in control of it. It is not a priority in your life. And when it is not a priority in your life, all of those other things, all of those addictions in your life will not be as strong as well, because you have tamed a sexual energy, and sexual energy is the strongest thing we have inside of us as men. And if you can tame it, sublimate it, and transmute it, you will become unstoppable, and there's no limit to what you can achieve in this life. At the very least, you'll have sexual discipline, and you will be above all other men when you have this sexual discipline. You're not better than them. You're above them in your discipline, because you understand that you are not slave to your compulsion. You are not slave to your urges. You are not slave to those sensations in your body that are telling you to ejaculate. You are stronger than that. You are wiser than that. That is why I would want all of men to have a semblance of sexual discipline in their life, because then you can truly become the man you're supposed to. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Sebastian, your addiction recovery coach, and I'm here to help those of you who want to give up on, sexualize their mind, and other addictive behaviors and compulsion. Thank you so much for listening. Links are in the description box below, and I'm sure I can help you.